Yo, welcome in. So this is the first time dual streaming on after not switching from Streamlabs OBS to regular OBS. So it looks like everything's working good. So regular OBS with this plugin better because I can stream to 1440 on YouTube and I can send 1080 to Twitch. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I should have the internet for it and everything. Should be all good. Everything's adjusted here. I need to get, yeah, I mean, everything's looking great so far. Hasn't, knock on wood, hasn't crashed yet. Get this. Okay. I wonder if there's any way to, I guess that's all I can do there. Okay. So, of course, we got to shout out everybody first. Kermit first in. Welcoming Kermit. Smulps. Jordan, G-Stacks, Rush, Dan, D, EJ. What's up, Tristan? Yep, Smulps on right off the bat. There we go. On Sheldon. Yeah. Raced Wicked Ball. Welcome in, everybody. Little room there. We'll be all right. We got Flare Jungle off the bat here. Flare Jungle. Let's get it. 2 flares. Well worth the time to stop. Good job on the llama show today. Yeah, maybe. Boy, it's so embarrassing the number of things that you like forget when you're on the spot. You know? Like for unique rings, like I didn't remember Manald. For one of the questions, one of the answers was Ravenfrost 2 different times, and I forgot that about Ravenfrost 1 time, and I remembered it a different time. So crazy. What? Wicked Plumber! Oh my goodness. 20 gifted memberships. What a Chad, as always. Thank you so much. Wicked Plumber. Crazy huge. Anyone who got gifted a membership, make sure you thank Wicked Plumber right there. Also, shout out Sheldon for 2 months of Slayership. Hopefully you find that Trails Mine. Thank you so much, Sheldon. Supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Yeah, huge shout out.
Don't forget to bring in the Bezos clock.
Thank you so much, Wicked Plumber, for the insane generosity. Can't thank you enough, like I always say. Like, what am I supposed to say, right? So generosity so crazy. Thank you. ZapidX, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, those Bezos subscriptions. As always, Wicked too, by the way. You can get a print up here for sure if you want one. I know usually you turn it down, but the offer is always there. If you want, like, carrots are delicious. If you want, you know, I don't. Oh! If you want a perfect Sunday, you know. Look at that. Good old perfect fire. Cool. Right off the bat. I definitely have enough of those, but, I mean, we clip perfect ones. I gotta get that. One more thing set up. I think there is a plugin for regular OBS to combine the chats for myself, and I think I'll see how it looks if I like it or not. Where are we at here? How do you farm a socket quest? Oh, is that the title? Oh, my bad. I forgot to change. What? Oh, I thought I changed it. I messed up on Twitch. Real quick, I gotta change the title. Do forgive me. But, yeah, farming socket quest. You just create a character. You go kill Shank the Overseer, socket something, delete the character, create a new one. So you just play through the first 4 acts, and then the first quest of Act 5, and boom, you got a socket quest. So what I meant to do was hammer time finding Tyraeus. There we go. My bad. I so dumb of me. I always forget to change the title on that sucker, so. Oh! No message there. Oh no. What was... Good to see you, Mus. I forgot what you said. Your name, because your name was hard for me to pronounce, and a while back you had told me how to pronounce it or what to call you. I forget. Of course, I can't remember. Yeah, Mus Directe, I think, is my best pronunciation. Thank you so much for the Slayership. The continued Slayership, that is. It's going to Degenerate Crom, yo, Papa. Pap, I mean? I keep seeing Pap, and I think it says Papa. I don't know why. Whoopsie. Love some flayers in the Flayer jungle. Yeah, it's not too bad. This map, I feel like I got the roll on, like, you know how you get multiple rolls on the flayers or something? It's almost like I got like a glitch roll where one entire like monster type just wasn't there. So there's like no density. Sheldon says pump those likes up. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button on a Friday night. Help a brother out. On a Printer Friday. Ooh. Pap or tater? Pap tater. I'll see what I can do.
News Direct donated €2 through Super Chat. No worries.
Wait, did the AI pronounce that right? Is that Must Direct? Maybe I'll go with the AI. AI is always right. Thank you for the 2 euros. Was that? I think. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat too. By the way, appreciate you. Richie, good evening, night guys. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Oop, let's go back this way. Yeah, I guess this one's big enough. Not the most density in this one, like I mentioned a second ago, but oh well. Your normal name's Papa Tater. Maybe that's where I'm getting it from then. Your normal username from somewhere else. Maybe I've seen you around. He is now Bob, says Kermit, right? Good old Bob. You got to win some of the games this weekend. Eagles, Bucks. So I got Eagles over the Bucks, Lions over the Browns. Ravens, Chiefs is tough. I think the Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs. I mean, Packers, of course, are going to win that against the Cowboys. 4 sacks for Parsons. I'm guessing. Charlie C. Is it? Should be player 7, unless I moved it to film a video and forgot. Nope, P7. Okay. Just making sure. Wanted to scroll slowly to see how badly I was going to embarrass myself there. No, this is totally player 7. And then it was just players 3, you know. These guys, that's what's good about this area, kind of, sort of. It can be high density, which I'm not really getting the greatest density in the moment here. But these guys are incredibly weak. So. And also, I mean, Hammerden. Come on. Hammerden is awesome. Alright. Gosh, it's got the froggies. The froggy spawn. I almost wonder if, because of the size of the area and the possible density, if it's almost like the best idea to reroll, to make a new game and make a new game until you get the double flare monster drop, or not monster drop, but the double flare roll for the monster types for the map. Worlds don't keep next TZ online. Okay, Smulp says, gotcha. Hate Worlds don't keep though. It's too hard. Gotta pay attention. The thing is I don't know that I've ever ran the Worlds don't keep when I wasn't streaming, to be perfectly honest. Because I like play so much mainly when I'm like streaming. I wonder if it would, like, obviously you gotta pay attention a little bit because it can be tough when you get the souls and there's some conviction or you get the succubi or witches or whatever they're called in that area, and you know, I wonder if it really would seem that hard if I was like looking at the screen the whole time. You know, but yeah. Those little guys with big knives. Oh, the Stygian dolls or whatever that blow up on you. Those don't usually cause me too much of a problem. I feel like maybe sometimes, yeah, when they're like mighted or something. Because then their might, what increases the physical damage, and their explosion is all physical damage. So it's like, think that's how it applies or something, but it does seem like sometimes they blow up and they wreck you more than others. Yeah, don't forget YouTube, hit that like button for me. Welcome in, everybody. We're about to have a legendary Friday night. F Templars, says the F-ware. Nice. It's more rare than Tyro's might. I in fact as well do also have an Ethereal Templars. I don't know how much defense it has though. And I forget now. I don't remember how it rolled or whatever. You catching my drift. Zod it. Zod it, F-ware. Zod it. Thinking about it. I mean, I do have 2 Zods, so what else am I going to use those Zods for, huh? I'm never going to find that obsession base, but I am going to find a perfect Mara's. Boom! Okay, no. That was the most effort I could put in to make it a perfect Mara's. What else am I supposed to do, am I right? Yeah, Mums says the Merc is immune to the explosion of the dolls, which is true for some reason. For some reason. I don't know that I've ever heard an explanation on that. It's just a bug, I guess? If I did hear an explanation, I don't remember it. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's kind of easy to handle dolls anyways, because if you're always teleporting around like this, your mercenary is always right with you, and you see a doll, you're like, ah, and you just run backwards like this, and then they pile up on them and pop. Oopsie. I'm going to double check something. So this is the first time that I have double streamed on my new streaming software. So change the video resolution. Oh, Poor? Stream status poor. Oh, does the stream look fine to everybody? Let's see. It's 1080. Ooh, I'm not sure what happened. I forgot to change the resolution when I started streaming to 1440 on YouTube. I guess just if anyone's stream looks bad quality, can they let me know? And if it looks fine, just you don't have to say anything. I made a mistake setting up my stream, but all good, looks good on Twitch. Gotcha. Because it should be, because Twitch doesn't let, like, it's kind of confusing, but I can set up 2 separate streams now, and it's going 1080 to Twitch. And because the bit rates that both of them allow are like different, especially for 1440, it's real confusing, kind of, sort of. But it's just best to stream to Twitch in just 1080. But YouTube allows way better resolution and stuff and bit rate. So I can stream to 1440 on YouTube at like a much higher bit rate, and hopefully it shouldn't be anybody buffering or anything like that. So, and if anyone does buffer, they can watch in 1080. It should be fine, you know. But yeah, slowly coming together. I got the guys are coming to do the shingles tomorrow, so I have like 8,000 pounds of shingles on my roof right now, and a dumpster in my driveway, and my bank account's about to be real about to lose a few numbers. But part of being an adult, you know, you got them big bills you got to pay for. Take care of things now before it becomes a big problem later. Get some new shingles, pretty normal. If I stay here the rest of my life, I'll never have to do shingles again, so. Ladder reset playthrough. Oh yeah. I gotta set that up here. I did post up a message just real quick. Was that today? In my Discord under the YouTube, under the channel members thing in there. But I gotta, that's just like my first step of asking. And that's another thing I need to look into too, to allow to be YouTube channel members and Discord subs. That's another thing I got to try to figure out how to do, because that's kind of the first line that I usually go with. Yeah, October 3rd. Yeah. Kurtz, Boazon, Throwbarb, Fury Druid, Enchant, Demon Machine. So I'm gonna assume that you're asking because you've never done any of those before. I would say the Demon Machine one. It's actually really dang good. It's essentially identical to a Fireballer, kind of, sort of. Literally, I guess not, but like the way it plays or whatever. What weapons was I using on the Throwbarb? I mean, it depends which time. Like, when I was offline single-player farming with it a while back, I was just using double lacerators. I don't know if this is something everybody experienced, but I tried using a lacerator and like a gimmer or something, but I was getting some glitch to where, because they were at different attack speeds, so when it would throw, it'd go like this, and then if you didn't attack fast enough, or if you attacked by like, if you were killing everything in like one shot, you would like it, but you wanted to throw more to keep hitting stuff behind it and more stuff down, it would like glitch and go like this, and it wouldn't throw the second weapon. So I switched to having the same weapon, and it stopped doing that. So I just went lacerators like that. But if you're talking like when I did it online, some of the time I was just using whatever I found, and I was using dang it, what's that one? Gargoyle's Bite for a little bit. I initially went and shopped some javelins from Mala that were like cruel throwing javelins, you know? Yeah, so a lot of, then I eventually found like a Gimmer Shred, and I eventually found like a War Strike. Oh, I meant to say I was using War Strike with Lacerator. With the last story I was telling, but yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, where are we at here? Sorry. Shaco, in a low in a row. Sheldon. Congrats on that. That's awesome. I need some of that. I've got a high rune in many a moons. Many a moons. Kurt said on Twitch there, 1 or 2 characters max on ladder. Yeah, I only do 1 every ladder. Some people I know yell, what are you doing for your 3rd or 4th character? I'm like, bruh, I do 1 character till like level 90. That's like all I do. You know, so. Rear, it's like 360-ish on this hammer in here. Niels, welcome in. Missed a Grand Charm? No. I don't miss anything ever. I don't know. I don't know exactly how far back it was, and it's like, you know. Every second I go back to find a Grand Charm is a second that I can't kill a monster that could drop me Teal's Might, right? So. I also have to do better. Know better, do better. In the future. Trying not to miss stuff. Dream. Dream. Can't wait till ladder. Yeah, ladder's always cool. Fun little, restart and stuff. Whoops. Missed the gold sacred armor back there. Oh, see, I didn't go back for the last Grand Charm because I knew this one was coming right here. Life martial art. Hey, this would be great for my Mosaic Assassin. Psych! Was there really a sacred armor back here? Wasn't it an ancient armor? Are you just, or something? I didn't see no sacred armor. I usually always just look at an idea just to be like, if I can do this face. I said nothing offensive.
D2R Degenerate donated $10 through Super Chat.
Yo!
Phil loves Mosaic.
Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much for the first print of the day. I'll get you just after this run. Degenerate! Yes, sir. Oh. We're just about done here anyways. Another pack or two. Maybe up over here a little bit. No, I'm just joking. Not offensive, just kidding. Degen the baller. Ooh, right? With a huge $10 super. Always enjoy ladder as I get to use the underpowered items for a while. Yeah, that is true. What I like about it is you know, it's exciting again to find like mage fists, you know? You find mage fists like, yes, let's go. Like, which is, you know, like I needed those. Yes. Jay Anthony says, why did they tease stuff for D2R and then not do anything? I think there was an intentional, like, clickbait
What's up, Happy Friday
thing. Oh, Glipperish, thank you for the 12 months of tier 1 sub. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we got to get a print going for DGen over here, too. I think that was a semi-intentional clickbait thing. So what I think they did was they said, like, happy 25 years or 20 years, or I forget the years or whatever, of Diablo 2 Resurrected, and then it was period. We've got a lot of things to come, you know, but that wasn't like, those two statements weren't mutually exclusive to Diablo 2. They were just two statements, both relative to Diablo because of what it was, the way I was talking.
Battle Mage 15 donated $20 through Super Chat. Message from me and for the wall. Friday night hammer time. Let's find some high runes and maybe a TM today.
The printer's not printing. Oh, also what I forgot. Yo, Degen! Oh. Degenerate, thank you so much for the $10 super chat earlier. And let's get your print going right here. And then we got another print coming up. Thank you. Okay, why did my printer not work? I think maybe I unplugged it. Oh no, we're gonna miss it. Didn't miss it. Oh no. All right, maybe this one will work. Oh, wait. There we go. We got it. We got it. And Battle Mage, yo! Thank you for the $20 super print. Woo! Thank you so much for the generosity, Battle Mage. All right, we got a new. Why is this? Why is everything? Okay, go like this. Friday night hammer time. Copy paste. I'm out of practice here. I'm out of practice. So I'll get a little bit better at printing as the night goes on. Don't worry. I'm not sure what's going on. It printed half of it. Printer paper problem. Oh boy. What did you guys do to my printer? What did you do? There we go. Oh, don't know what it's doing now. Doing something. Okay. There we go. It is done. I'm not sure why I did that, but also Wicked Plumber now coming in with a super print. Oh, thank you so much for the $20, Wicked Plumber, and thank you for the happy birthday. It was days ago, but either way, thank you so much, you Giga Chat. All you guys are Giga Chats. Thank you so much for the generosity there. Yeah, we'll like this. We'll like this. This looks great, by the way. Printing. Yeah. There we go. Thank you all so much for the super prints. Ooh, appreciate you. All right, back to slaying. I did see them say that. Yeah, so today's not my birthday, but it was a few days back. It was a few days ago. I didn't do like a quote unquote birthday stream or whatever that day, so. Let's see, where are we at here? Let me, let's see, load up, let's see. PC load letter, what does that mean, says Tristan? I kind of forget, actually. I feel like that doesn't, but yeah, I got the one faulty print in there for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Zombie asks, my wife asked to get one of those drinks with her name on it. I bought her a can of Monster. Oh, roasted the wife. Let me turn on this fan here. I'm getting hot, getting too hype. Feel getting too hype over here. Yeah, Zeph, and I don't know what was going on with that printer, by the way. Replay, I said, respect for your game knowledge. Really? Appreciate you, yeah. I know some stuff, but I also forget a lot of stuff, too. So, but yeah, appreciate the compliment. I do know some things. Yeah, Zeph, and it said paper problem. I don't know what was going on with that sucker printing there a minute ago. What's the hotkey to start the game in the hell and stuff? So I set up what's called a macro. If you want to see exactly what I do, you can exclamation hands free is what I call it. Because I can save and exit instantly with, just hit one button and it does everything hands free. So it's exclamation hands free. But if you're at the main screen, if you hit enter, it automatically selects the top character you have. And then if you hit the letter H on the keyboard, then it will select hell for that character. So I have a macro set up that does all this stuff by itself. I think it's hands free with an S in the middle. If anybody wants to see it. Video from I made that video years ago now at this point. I almost need to re-up it, huh? Probably made it 3 years ago, if not more. Hands free. There's an S. You have 2 hands, plural? Do you speak English? I can't tell if everyone's joking or not. I've said like 4 times that it's hands free with an S in the middle. Plural. But everyone keeps typing exclamation hand free. It's, you guys got to be trolling me. I didn't get it at first, but now I got it. You guys are trolling. Okay. All right. I see it. I see what you're doing. We can't get it. Exclamation hand freeze. Exclamation handy freeze. But it's not working, Phil. You people. Shockwave Druid on ladder. Bold strategy cotton. It does work technically, so not the new hammered in or anything, but it does technically work like P1, maybe players 3. From what I've seen, I'm no Shockwave Druid expert. I will admit. It was nastier when they had that whatever they glitch or whatever for one season. It was like double ticking the damage or whatever, so essentially it was doing double damage. Ooh. But yeah. No, degenerate. Come on, bro. What? That's not what you get here. Come on. Wait, what's Phil talking about? This exclamation free hand? No, come on, man. Come on. I did not make a video about that. I'll tell you that much. You guys about to get me banned from YouTube over here. I mean, it was 3 fire. Oh well. Retro, welcome in. Does October 10th sound right for next season ladder? No, so Scott, they actually announced the next ladder is on the 3rd. I believe the 3rd was the date, right? So it's like next Friday. Large charm, gross. Oh, okay, yeah, I see Tristan put that in there too. Yeah, I got you. Hosler Spirit on a hammered in. Both are good. I tend to go with the Spirit on a hammered in, and I go with the Haas on a Fist of Heavens Paladin. But either build, you can't go wrong with either one, really. I don't, I wouldn't make a huge fuss or argument either way. I think getting to the 125, breakpoint on the hammered in is easier with the Spirit. Of course it is, because Spirit has FCR and Haas does not. But you can do it other ways. I just decided to do it this way because you still get 45. It's behind me, but 45 all res on the base. But with the Spirit, it's 80 to all res. FCR, hit recovery, vitality, and mana. Like blah 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 blah. Name off all the things. And then I can put 2 SOJs on here that makes up for the 2 skills that are the 2 combat skills that are lacking. You get 2 to all skills here, along with all that energy and stuff too, of course. But that way you get 2 to all skills instead of just 2 to combat skills. Wait, did I just go in the next area? Yeah, I did. So the 2 to all skills would stack up and make your that makes the battle orders higher, right? Rather than 2 to combat, I think. So Casper, welcome in. Finally got a Jaw rune. Lord Recoil, congrats. I need a Jaw rune. Just because I haven't found a rune in so long. I need specifically a Jaw. Oh, my brain broke for a second on trying to decide what to do there. Traded the, what did you see? You traded the Jaw for an already complete Infinity Skivvy. Got it a good deal. Yeah, if you traded just the Jaw for an Infinity, that's obviously Well, yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Actually, I was thinking something incorrect at first in my head, in my brain head. Jeff H says, anyone else buying the Xbox ROG Ally $1,000 handheld just for D2R? I don't know if it's just you, but I'm definitely not doing that. Why would you need to buy some sort of mobile device to play D2R? They already have mobile Diablo. They have Diablo Immortal. So, I mean, why would you need to buy this thing to play D2R? I don't get it. Don't you have a phone? Oh, I held that together for a good time there. I was fighting it. I was fighting it. I just need my red shirt and glasses. And the shoulder strap. Like the fanny pack that people wear on their chest nowadays. And they don't call it a fanny pack anymore. They called it a shoulder strap pack or something. A cross-chest purse or whatever. I don't know what they call it. So much pay to win in Immortal. Yeah, I mean... if you only play by yourself and you never play with anybody else, you don't have to worry about pay to win. But yeah, I tried it for the first week after it came out. It was fine for a free game, I guess, you know? But yeah, when you put, like, when there's areas of the game that are people against other people, and you can pay money and just get all the best gear and get everything, and pay money and be better than people, people really don't like that. Gamers really don't like that. See, is that kind of ringing a bell? Degenerate, you gambled an SOJ, I hear? Or, I don't remember. Man, my memory's not good now that my old age here. Now that I'm 38. I feel like I remember this, and now I see you saying it, and I don't remember if I remember it or not. You guys ever don't remember if you remember something? That's just me. That seems so familiar. Do I remember it or do I not remember it? I don't know. Skaggerin. Yo! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub for 5 months. 5 months. Don't let me short you there. 5 months of Twitch. Slayer description. That one doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Twitch sub. Appreciate you. Enough fooling around, T-Wheel says, hey, trust me. I would totally love to get a Tyrell's Might about today. Daniel S. Yeah, caught me live. Friday nights, 3 to 9. Or, wait, Friday afternoons, 6 to 9. Eastern time, of course. What was that? 220 Chavas? Okay. Oh. Congrats. Gambled in SOJ. Like a legend. Yo! Thank you so much, Trash. Bill for Prez. Yo, Trash! Thank you so much for the $10 super print. Ooh, and Daniel, yo! Also, thank you much for the 5 gifted YouTube Slayer shirts. Oh. Appreciate you both. You both have prints. Let me grab Trash's right now. And Daniel, anything that was more than $10 channel support gets you a free print up on the board. So let me know. Well, a free print. I mean, it comes along with it, I should say. You know what I mean. But anyways, let me know what you want printed up on the board while I'm pulling up Trash's right here. Oh, forgot what I was doing for a second. I'm getting pretty good at this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Maybe I'm getting good at it. Landscape. Let's go! Cheers to you both, Trash and Daniel. I will warn you on that, Daniel. That's a bit long. How about I just make the Slayers normal? Normal letters. Because I think that's going to be too long. I made it bigger than that, but it'll look good when it reverses. Yeah, we'll do that, but I'm going to do normal letters because I think that's going to be... I'm kind of an expert at this, so kind of consider myself professional. Yeah. We'll leave it how it is. We'll leave it how it is, actually. I don't think it'll be a problem. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Players. Appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah. #1 printer streamer right there on YouTube. Yeah. I got the market cornered. What? Like 2 monsters up there? Whatever. We'll go to a new game. Recall got his SOJ from the council. Okay. All right. They're known for dropping the jewelry, right? Recall said out of all the characters he's got, he puts the SOJ on the Summon Druid, the GOAT. The absolute Giga Chad Summon Druid. Wait. You're using that Corpse Explosion Summon Druid, right? Where you rock the unique Ogre Axe, the Bone Hue? The Corpse Explosion charges? You must. Retro got 2 from Nightmare. Committed to the grind. I must be what you meant to say there. Yeah, the first several that I got just were from Nightmare. And then I got one right now. Stone of Jordan. Boom! Well, if you say it enough times, eventually you'll be right. But Carrion Wind, it's one of the ones I just forgot about when we had the question about unique rings today on the Llama Trivia. Carrion Wind. I was like, what's the one that procs those different things that when I made like a goofy 100% chance to pierce proc barb, like what was it? There was one that would cast twisters and they would cast something like, what was that one? I couldn't remember what the ring was. So, yeah. Poison Creeper charges. Ooh. What level you gotta be to wear that? Oh, 60. I wonder what level you have to be to wear that. You could just proc those like early on in the game, you know, but obviously you have to be level 60, so you can't do that. But because Poison Creeper at the beginning of the game is OP, but you're not acting on a normal difficulty at level 60. That's for sure. Rico said he made the Summon Druid because he got found like 4 summon skillers. Yeah, it's a pretty easy build. It can do pretty much anything. Usually, nothing. It's not really the best at anything, but it can do everything. Kind of build. I don't know if I've ever seen a summon druid do Ubers actually, but there's probably a way to do it. Maybe. Somebody always finds a way. Let's see if it's a unique with corpse explosion charges. Oh, probably trade for it cheap. Oh yeah, Bone Hue. I mean, the only problem would be finding someone to trade it from, because most people identify it and then just chuck it on the ground. They're not really worth anything. Like, you could probably get one for like one perfect amethyst or something, or like a Ral rune. When I was half joking, it's kind of like a sort of meme build, but it actually did. I was doing players 3, hitting Eldritch and Shank, and then going out to I think I was doing a whole run of like Eldritch Shank, Pindle, and then I would hit Thresh Shocker real quick, but then just the summons would get him because there's no minions to blow up, and then go do Needle Attack, and then go to another run. And I would have 2 Bone Hues, and when one would run out of charges, I would swap it out with one I had in my cube. Very kind of funny, just like a funny goofy one. Yeah, I would bet if you made a game that was like, I need description, and in the description of the game was like Bone Hue, someone would probably just hop in and like, oh hey, I got one on a mule, I'll just give it to you. Chain gloves. Not 40s. Do I still use a Frost Nova Sword? So on single player here, I bounce around between a lot of different stuff. So I haven't used it lately, but so yeah, I guess it's just a little bit, because I play quite a bit differently than other people. Because online, obviously, you have to trade for or like farm up for 7 years on console to get a token. But on PC, there's just a command line prompt. You can just type in enable respec, and you can just respec as much as you want. So. Rico says supposedly Beast best in slot for the summoners, all the different summoners. So expensive to make, I guess mainly just for the finesses more. Yeah, the aura on it for sure. That's the whole reason for it. Yeah. Ooh, Cryptic Axe. Come on. I can't see where it is. Perfect. Ethereal Tomb Raver. Oh, well, it's still, you know, it's going to be perfect. Is that perfect? Just kidding. It's not perfect. A little short on the perfectness, but Tomb Raver's neat. Not perfect, not that great. So, ooh, a silver edged axe. Not roll anything on it. Retro level up another character. Faster than grinding tokens. That's probably true, to be honest. I mentioned that to somebody on stream the other day. I was like, yeah, if you want to have to farm up a token on offline by yourself, It's honestly probably faster just to create a new character and play through the game again with a new character. Like, legit. True story. Don't forget YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Much appreciate it. You look around at something real quick. Man, a lot of people streaming on Friday nights, apparently. I didn't realize so many people streamed on Friday nights all of a sudden. Usually I hop on and look and see who's on Twitch. I don't really look before I get on. It's not like but usually I hop on and look and see there's like 1 or 2 people streaming D2R. There's like 7 people right now. Kind of funny. Friday night's the best. Hanging out with the boys, drinking a beer. That's why everybody does it, right? Rico said 6 tokens for a low wasn't that bad. I find getting the ones from Bale are a nightmare. But I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if really farming them. I guess that was really the intention that you're supposed to. Because the thing is, if you're like offline single player and you didn't make your character right, and you need to go farm up a token to like respec because you made it wrong, you can't really farm Bale to get a token. Like, that'd be a disaster. But hey. See, Rico says Mephisto the hardest to get. Well, the thing with Mephisto is, I mean, you can mote trick Mephisto with like any character, right? Bale just takes so long to get to, and it's like not feasible to expect people to be able to like Bale wave skip. And even if you Bale wave skip, it still takes a couple of minutes to do that, you know? Even if you successfully complete them all, and the people who speedrun all the time, they can't even hit every Bale wave perfect, you know? Daniel. They're not nightmare, they're hell. Roasted. Nice. Recoil saying endurance is so big. Kind of, but you just teleport around until you if you teleport, it really doesn't take that long. And any character, I mean, you can go shop yourself a teleport staff. If you're a character that a non-sorceress, you might need to shop 2 of them because you'll run out of charges, and you just make sure you save up a ton of gold. You kind of got to anyways. Show them a quick endurance fill. It wouldn't be, well, most people who are farming up for tokens, if you need one, you don't really have an enigma like I have, but that's a little bit deceiving, and you're not at the 125 breakpoint with a Heart of the Oak and enigma and, you know, Shaco and everything. It's probably not the best example, but there are some of those times when it just like really blows your mind or pisses you off when it's not where it's supposed to be, or it's one of the middle exits for endurance. It can really mess with you for sure. Those maps really do make me roll my eyes, so. Mars and Dota saying he farmed up 8 tokens with a barb. Frenzy Barb. He can say, in his opinion, definitely Bale's the worst. Yeah, getting through those Bale waves, ugh. That's a total one eternity later type situation. Only 63 likes. It's all good, Marty. If people refuse to hit the like button, it just is what it is, am I right? But welcome in. Mitchell saying Meph's the easiest. Doesn't know why there's a shortage of yellows. I don't know. I guess people just don't farm Meph like they used to. People don't love Meph like they used to. And then, I mean, everyone does Bale runs for experience, so they just, like, inherently get them that way, so... Oh, Battle Mage! Yo! Thank you for the 5 gifted Slayer ships. Thank you so much. You... legend. Thank you! Woo! Let me know your... whatever you want printed up on the board. $10 of channel support or more gets you a print, so let me know what you want. You Giga Slayer. Perfect. That's perfect. Number 2. You got one up there? All right, that's up to you. That's up to you. Either way, thank you so much for the generosity. Beast mode right there. Yeah, this one I don't really need anymore anyway, so. I started doing a new thing where I just put all of the prints up here. I can put them down here. This is like almost on the floor. This is like a 1.5 feet off the floor right here. Like that's how big my green screen is, and for how far back the green screen is, you know. Ethereal's Might tonight. I would love an Ethereal's Might, I'm gonna be honest. Just love it. Glacial Trail Drifters Cavern. How bad is this area again? I don't remember. We'll do it for a second. Tiago. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, appreciate you. Farming these areas would get me in trouble. I end up popping down in some area. I'm like, what type of monsters are down here again? All of a sudden, I'm like, ah! Oh, fanaticized snakes. Ah! This is where it happens. This is where it happens. Frozen creepers, no problem, but... I heard some kind of charm. There she is. Galback, yo! You're invited. I gotta get you a computer and your own copy of D2R is what I need to do. Get you firing up your own channel of Diablo 2 content. D-Day, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. What's going on, Nightbot? Love that guy. Deadly Newfie, what a legend. There's a true story about that one right there. Battle Mage with the gifted Mewtwo memberships at Legend, for sure, for sure. Guess we can do this. I feel like I was doing this area before. This is like a easy monster roll, but sometimes you get really bad ones, I feel. We'll see in a minute, but... I drink some more beer. Yeah, Jordan. If she started a Holy Grail right now, she'd probably finish it before I do. She would finish the whole entire Holy Grail before I found Tyro's Might. Probably. Looks like a lot of work, I know, right? Yeah, it's a steep learning curve, but I could teach you how to do this. I could teach you how to print. I mean, I'm like the Michael Jordan of printing, but you could be like the Scottie Pippen of printing, you know? Let's go get their life. I feel like these snakes looked like they were dangerous. Not even a champ here. What a coward I am. Yeah, a lot of technical know-how goes into that printing. You ain't kidding. You think it's easy getting a printer from 1997 to work on Windows 11? It's not. It is not. One quick sec here. No, I wasn't doing anything I wasn't supposed to. It's just some allergy stuff. I know when a guy leans over for a second, comes back up like everyone's got the jokes. Everybody's got the jokes. I forget what the terror zone. I feel like there was a better terror zone after this. Let me double check here. We've got Rocky Waste, Stony Tombs. I don't remember doing Stony Tombs with a Hammerden. There shouldn't be any magic immunes in there, right? I think it'd be fine. Yeah, that one won't be too bad. Am I? Okay. I just feel like I wasn't doing enough damage here or something. I wonder if these skeletons are like, have a high magic res or something. I feel like for how weak they usually are, they're taking a while to take out. I don't know what I was thinking there. I do want a nasty, cruel Bullrog Blade of Evisceration, I'm gonna be honest. What are we looking on? Blue items. Always checking Ogrimal's. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the stuff I check that is blue, realistically for the average Joe, average person, if you're looking for something that could be valuable, there's like, obviously, like circlets and diadems, druid pelts. Druid pelts you can get 3 to elemental skills and 3 to like tornado and hopefully some other stuff too. So it's called the 6 NATO. What other blue stuff? I check for a lot of things to see specifically the weapons if they're cruel, which is like 230 to 300 enhanced damage or something like that. And then hopefully they also have on it quickness, which is 40 increased attack speed, and there's another mod called Evisceration, which is a lot of max damage. I don't remember what the range is, but up to 60, I believe. But there's a lot of stuff I check that normally nobody would care to. Like, nobody should care to, really. Generitze, so no Tyrell's Might. Nope. Welcome in, by the way. Yeah, since probably the last time I seen you. Nope, still no Tyrell's Might. Still no tears, mate. People still use archaic printer technology. New brass skin. Yeah. That's kind of the charm of it, right? That's the charm of the printer. That's the charm of it. No, I really need to invest in a dot matrix printer, to be honest. I feel like I'd, oh, here comes your print, and it would take like 5.5 minutes to print one page, you know? It's like, ding, 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 you know, when it goes back across. Ah, dot matrix were the bee's knees, bro. I tell you what. Rico says Jalal says 2 to skills, 3 to 1 skill wouldn't be better. Well, if you're a tornado druid and you get a 3 to elemental skills along with 3 to tornado, so you get the elemental skill tree along with 3 to tornado, that's 6 to tornado, and you can get other things like the bear, you can get hurricane on it. So other, you know, if you get the other skills to help you out, or you could get the armor. What's it called? Cyclone armor? There you go. Like, what was it again? So yeah, some people like using just for maximum raw damage.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you for everything you do for the entire community at sweet_Phil. Let's find that Tyrails might tonight.
Tyrails might tonight. Thank you, Nate, for the tier 1 sub. 21 months. Appreciate you. Very kind, very kind. I hope we do find it tonight, Nate. I really do. Cheers to you. Did turning off YouTube chat? No. So what I did was I stopped using the streaming software I was using, and I use a different one. So for whatever reason, actually I know the exact reason. So dual streaming wasn't really a thing when I started streaming. And when I first wanted to dual stream, aka stream to Twitch and YouTube, you couldn't even do it on regular on regular OBS, but Streamlabs OBS, or it was like super expensive or something, or you had, or I don't remember exactly, but it was just so much easier to do on Streamlabs OBS. But over the last couple of years, Streamlabs has been getting worse. Every update they have, worse, 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 more issues, more issues. Oh, we updated it, we fixed this and this and this, and we added this and this and this, and then boom, 5 other things wouldn't work. So I finally hit my breaking point when the stream kept crashing over and over again now. And I started using regular OBS. And I mean, I've only streamed twice now. One time I streamed only to YouTube, and this is the first time I dual streamed. And I have not had a single issue in the last 2 times. So whatever that, you know. And there's also some things about regular OBS here that is like actually better than Streamlabs even, so. There's a couple things that aren't as good, but there's other things that are better. So, and with regular OBS, you can do way more stuff. Like there's so many different like weird filters and weird like different like kind of like game type plugins and stuff you can use, and just so many other things, you know. So, Streamlabs was more set up so that people could get like OBS and it would work really good. But then it was trying to coax you into like buying things from them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. I think this is pretty much fixing it, and I won't have an issue ever again, I think. Very common question, what am I going to do after the Grail? I'll do all kinds of stuff. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, let's go ahead and just back up a little bit here. Get rid of this might, huh? Before we go after that pack. And then I'm going to get mighted up again, but, you know. Maybe we won't get fully mighted instantaneously, huh? Level Poison Dagger Necro to 99. No. I remember like a few years back, what is it, Ryu. I forget exactly why, or I think somebody paid him to do like a Poison Dagger speedrun, Poison Dagger Necro speedrun. I hopped in a couple of times while he was doing it. He ended up stopping at Nightmare Bale or something, I think it was. Like, I think he was on the Lister wave for Nightmare Bale, and he gave up. I don't know about gave up. I think someone literally, he's like, no, I can't. Somebody blah, 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 blah. And this is a deal. I have to do it. And then somebody gave him like $500 to stop or something. After like 17 or 18 hours or something. It's crazy. Why am I stacking all the perfect amethysts there, Mars and Dota? So the amethysts and rals I use for crafting caster amulets, which are about the only crafting I do, you know, in this game, really. So you can get really nasty amulets that way. How many mules are necessary for a Holy Grail? I'm not really sure. So my Holy Grail, I'm not doing where I keep every single item. So I only keep the items that I want / need, but I just check them off as I found them. So, and I mean, now at this point, I don't even ever look at it anymore because I need one item, the Tyrell's Might, and nothing else. So I haven't even looked at my Grail list. I mean, I only need the one item, so, but it's been like a couple of years. What am I playing as Gold Magic Find? I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. Thinking about maybe... yeah, I don't know. Thought about possibly like some kind of fire sorceress, but... I don't know. I do play a lot of sorceress, but I like sorceress, so, you know, it's one of those things like... We won't play the same thing, but I like doing the same thing, you know? Like... Oh, you're gonna drink beer again? Well, I like drinking beer. You know? +3 to summoning skills. Hero editor thing you recall? Maybe I missed... Oh yeah, what's this one up here? Oh, interesting. Possibly re-rolling with gems or something? Weird. I know, yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. Am I gonna give speedrunning a shot? Maybe, but I don't see myself committing to it enough to ever get anywhere. It's one of those things that I would like. I'm thinking about doing, in the sense that I will do it and see how good I can get. Just kind of making myself better at playing the game, essentially. Not realistically ever thinking I'm going to set a record or something. Yeah, race. It is pretty crazy. I am quite a bit overdue. Well, a little bit overdue, to be honest. Ooh, these guys. I hate these Moonlords. Tempts me just to reset the map, to be honest. I'll get one roll where they're extra fast, fanaticized, cursed, and you'll just be like, just deleted. Yeah, so I'm at 11 Templars now, so I'm like 33% overdue. However, whatever that means. But I easily, and that's the thing too, like I feel like the Holy Grail isn't even really find every unique item in the game. Essentially the Holy Grail is find Tyrell's Might. Because almost everybody, there are some people that find I found Tyrell's Might on the playthrough guy, But for almost, I bet you 80%, 90% of people, they're like, yeah, Holy Grail, my final item is Tyrell's Might. Like, that's like 90% of people. Like, for me, for instance, if Tyrell's Might wasn't a Holy Grail item, I would have completed... Pretty much, I found 11 Templar's Mights. I would have completed 11 Holy Grails in the amount of time it's taking me to find one Tyrell's Might. So, I've probably not. Actually, I think Wisp Projector is the one that I haven't found that many of. I think I've only found like 4 or 5 Wisp Projectors. So, maybe I would have only completed 4 or 5 Holy Grails. So. Let's see. Equius asks what's the preferred Pally Spirit base. Yeah, I think what Retro Life says there, Sacred Targe 45 res, and yeah, it's gotta be, well, actually, I think you could probably find those, I forget if that has to be hell or not. I don't remember. If someone in chat says it, then it's probably true. Pally Spirits are cool though, because maybe not the best possible base, but you can start making them in early Nightmares, so it's huge. Yeah, I wouldn't personally, I mean, unless you're one of those guys that just like, you know, you get that itch if you don't min-max everything perfectly, or I guess, I don't know if you really use Spirit in PvP. I don't know a lot about PvP, I guess. You probably do for some builds, but unless you're something like that, don't necessarily worry about getting the best possible, you know. What am I using here? I got a Vortex. You're using a Curse Shield, or whatever. You know, I wouldn't fret too much. Just get an elite base. Sacred Targe, Sacred Rondash, Vortex. Some people prefer the Royal Shield because it's got a really low strength requirement. Which, I mean, they all kind of do. I mean, I guess Vortex is 148, but I think the Sacred Targe is 136 or something, and... Or something, yeah, I forget exactly, but... Plus, you're going to have Enigma usually anyways, so... Strength isn't really an issue. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. These guys are cursed, so it's like... Merc disintegrated.
Yes, warrior.
Yes, warrior.
How may I be of help?
Can all Targes get 45 res? All Targes. I'm not sure if every, like, Pally base can get 45 res. I think so. I'm not sure if that's how it's, like, segregated or whatever. I think they all can. I never really looked into it, or thought about it, I guess. I don't know. Rico says he thinks they all can. Like, if you find them in hell. The elites have better block chance. Yeah, generally. But he said he 45 res Curse. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I guess you can. Or Heraldic Shield, I mean. Whoopsie. Fishing Friday, Fishaholic, yo! What's going on? Found anything good yet? Nothing crazy. I don't even remember, to be honest. Couple baby drops. I think I found like a perfect Sunday or something. Sunder Charm. Oh, geez. Rolling in Ruins, Equius says, trying to rush his 4th attempt at a 99 hardcore character. Yo, boy. Best of luck. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Hardcore is so funny to me. It just reminds me of, like, you know, just people's different personalities. Some people just, like, need that rush, you know, like... They can't, like, sit down can't sit down and do, like, a $10 buy-in poker tournament, you know? Some people just need to, you know, go to the poker table, like, just play a cash game with, like, $1,000. Just lose it all, like, either put it all on the line on, you know, in one of the first hands and buy back in kind of person, or... It's funny to me. Everybody's different. Will you... Come on, redeem already, jeez. Just want the achievement. Okay, you're trying to be the maximum completer guy. For, like, Xbox or whatever console you're on. Gotcha. It kind of makes sense, I guess. A game or two here and there, I would do that. I think one of the... Maybe some of the Elder Scrolls, I would do that. Like, oh, I should go do the Thieves Guild quest so I can get that achievement. I should go do the vampire thing, you know. Or the one that I did that I don't know if I ever completely finished it, but I remember trying to and getting close is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. You know, you gotta go find all the jumps. And that was like, it was around, but it was before like everything was so accessible on the internet. I feel like Vice City was around. Like I didn't have a cell phone at the time. So like if I wanted to look something up, I had to stop the game, go upstairs, you know, like, this is my video games were in my parents' basement, so stereotypical, am I right? Just down there playing video games. Mom! The meatloaf! Mom, where's the meatloaf? Recoil said Google AI lied to him, said only sacred targets get 45 all res. Yeah, no, you cannot believe anything that Google AI says. If you see information on AI, I pretty much just assume that it's wrong and that it's untrue and lying if I see AI say something. It's crazy how inaccurate, like, AI is just always wrong. And the problem is that people are literally looking things up. The thing at the top of Google is AI, and it's always wrong, and people just take it for what it's saying. Terrible. Just terrible. GoldenEye or Halo, which is better? I mean, come on, bro. Maybe, you know, people got nostalgia for GoldenEye, but come on. Halo is 1,000 times better. And then Halo 2 was like, everything just turned up to 1,000. You could actually play, like, on the internet. Like Halo 1, you had a system link, and then Halo 2, you could actually, they had the servers, and oh my gosh. My mind blew, just literally exploded when I first got Halo 2. I've told this story like 7 times on stream, but the TV in my room, I had like a little 13-inch, like, just a little, sitting up on my dresser or whatever. And I hooked my Xbox up to it. I came home with Halo 2, hooked the Xbox up in my room, and like, I didn't have like a chair. Or like, plus it was like so high that I couldn't really sit in a chair because it was up on, the TV's up on top of my dresser. I didn't normally have the console in there. So I literally stood in front of my dresser for like 2 hours playing Halo online when I first got it. And I just remember walking downstairs at 2 hours later, and I was like, you know, because like you're not blinking because like your mind is so like blown from this. It's crazy. 2002 was a time. Ooh, I know, right? Still too young for GoldenEye. I was not a I didn't have a N64. I was not an N64 kind of kid. That was a time so PlayStation was the bee's knees for me. I was not N64 was all like little childish games. You know, if you want to play like Banjo-Kazooie or like, you know, whatever. Mario, like a little child. I was PlayStation, you know. If you want to play Resident Evil, like brains all over the walls. Tony Hawk, Dave Mirra BMX, you know. The Final Fantasies, I think, didn't they? The Final Fantasies were on PlayStation. So, I was just not, you know. Mario 64 was great. I barely played it. I played it a little bit because I didn't have N64, right? So. Rico says, Google AI told him if he finds a Zod rune, I can socket it in my mercenary's ethereal gear to make it indestructible and increase its power. Yeah, watch out for that. Noah says, I was born in '02. Oh my gosh. Kids these days. Yeah, my stepson's almost the same age as you. All good though. First played Diablo 2 when you were 7, with your father. Nice. Kermit saying GoldenEye was the first big group FPS. Yeah, I think so. I mean, kinda, yeah. Pretty much. Kinda, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it was kind of before that too. Because I probably didn't get PlayStation for like several years after N64 and PlayStation came out. Because my parents were always the ones that like, oh, we'll buy you the video game console when the next one comes out, you know? So I'm like 5 years behind everybody on the video games. So like, yeah. They bought us PlayStation like, not when PS2 came out, but probably like, it was like 3 years after, you know, those two consoles came out. But yeah, I wasn't old enough to go out and buy my own stuff yet. Whoops. Well, no, it kind of was. It's a little bit not correct, Kermit, because Doom had multiplayer like shooter, but it wasn't first. It was yeah, it was first person, but it not really. GoldenEye I think was probably better. I don't really. But Doom had like competitive shooter game play. Quake. I see. I don't know the years on Quake and Unreal Tournament and stuff, but yeah, I know Doom was, you know, around. I'm pretty sure Quake and Unreal Tournament were after GoldenEye. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong on that one. Whoops. Yeah, Unreal Tournament was nasty. Just nastiness. Yeah, let's use a potion. Don't want to get taken out here. Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I don't know. They're both okay. That type of game style wasn't really my thing, though. No, my gig was, it probably wasn't even that really good of a game. Streets of Rage. I don't know if you remember that game. Probably not. I think I had the first and second. I think the second one was actually the good one, if I'm not mistaken. It was like side-scroller arcade game. Streets of Rage. Bumps loved Quake 3 Unreal Tournament 2003. Yeah, I don't remember if that's what. Unreal Tournament 2003. Hard to remember when all that stuff came out. Streets of Rage was awesome, I know, right? So did On the Sea. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I I don't know how big or unbig the games were, I guess. I mean, back then I don't really remember. I mean, GoldenEye was probably bigger than Unreal Tournament and stuff. I guess. Because PC, let's see, wasn't Unreal Tournament only on PC? And PC wasn't not nearly as big back then, of course, because they were like $7,000 a piece. I think. Oh yeah, Trash just said the kind of answered my question right there. He says it was only on PC, yeah. Gotcha. Oopsie. Use a potion here before I get taken out. Make sure my battle orders don't run out because I don't remember the last time I re-upped. See, ooh, Ithrune. 1/3 of an Enigma. Haha. A later Unreal Tournament came to PS3, says Noah. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I think I only played the first one. We were all in on on Team Rockets and was it called Instagun? I forget exactly. I think it was called Instagun, where you just, if you shot at somebody, if you hit them anywhere, you hit them in their toe, they would just instantly explode into a pile of meat juice. Their body parts would just explode everywhere. So we pretty much did rockets in that all the time. That's where you got your Instagib. Yeah, I thought it was Instagib, but I don't know what that means, and it sounds stupid, so I didn't want to say it because I thought I was wrong. Yeah, I thought it was Instagib. I thought that's what it was. Yeah, we used to download those on the school computers, and we would be playing like 5 of us would be like, or like not 5 of us, but there would probably be like probably 8 or 10 of us in the computer class all playing that, and all of a sudden there'd be somebody else would hop in. We're like, who is this guy? And it would be somebody in the library, and then we're like, who's this? And it was like somebody in like the computer lab, because there was like 5 computers or 10 computers in the computer lab around the side, and somebody would be in there on some break or something playing, and they'd hop into the LAN, you know, on the LAN network for the school, and we'd be playing whatchamacallit. So Josh said he was 75th in North America for Unreal at one point. That's crazy. Nice. See, Kermit talking about Unreal, I believe. He says by the time it got real big, Counter-Strike dropped. I've never played Counter-Strike, and I mean, before talking to people from streaming, I never even met anyone who played Counter-Strike before, to be honest. But maybe that's just my neck of the woods. Oh, it's full. Full. Ooh, almost time to gamble here a little bit, huh? Did I ever play old PC game called Nox? I did not. Never heard of it. Nope. Not me. Yeah, a lot of people naming off some games I've never heard of. Soldier of Fortune 2. Nope, don't know that. Myst. Actually, me and my dad played Myst together. Like, I mean, it's not really a 2-person game, but like, I was young enough when Myst came out that I would like, you know, sit on his lap and play, and we would like, you know, go through the story and whatever. And I mean, I'm assuming he figured out most of the puzzles and stuff, but like, yeah. Myst and Riven, I forget how you pronounce that. And then I actually have a Myst book, because I actually was like, thought it was just insane at the time, but yeah. Oh. All right, Kermit. 30 million players. I hear you. You're super, super right. I get you. I get it. Miss Trilogy. I never did a third or knew about it, I guess. It was an interesting idea. I feel like, I don't know how the third one was. The second one was okay. Ooh, hold on, I'm about to get ripped here because I'm so bad at this game. So bad at this game. Yeah, I never knew anyone who played Counter-Strike. I'd heard about it or whatever in gaming circles or whatever, but nobody ever talked about it. Nobody ever played it that I knew, so. Never knew. 100% lost a girlfriend because of it. That's wild. Boy, I'm sick of fighting these guys. They are too dangerous. These guys aren't a champ, so it'll be fine. But like when you come across the elite groups and you're just like, bro. Let's see, one of those figure out the puzzle type games. Hold on, I'm about to get ripped here. Yeah, I played the first one with my dad, and then I played the second one like by myself or whatever. I tried to. I don't think I ever beat it, but. Jofu says, internet cafes play in Counter-Strike? Interesting. I've never been to an internet cafe before. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen an internet cafe before. Where do you people living? Maybe did you guys grow up in South Korea or something? Maybe that's why you guys were into it. Yeah, where I'm from, we didn't have internet cafes. I'll tell you what, we didn't get the internet until 2012. So back in my day, we had to dial the phone like this. 2 2 5 2 1 5. Like that's how we had to dial it back in my day. In London, you said you had a lot of internet cafes in the 90s. Yeah, I get you. I guess I grew up in like a one stoplight town in Michigan, so not a lot of why can't I hit them? Not a lot of internet cafes going on. Yeah, we did have dial-up. I did have internet since dial-up, but yeah, in the quote-unquote 90s, like I was born in 86, so if we're talking like mid-90s, 95, I would have been 9 years old. So I would not have been anywhere near an internet cafe. You'd pick up your desktop and go to a buddy's house? Wow. Yeah, no, I never did that before. We used to do that with our Xboxes for Halo, but a little bit different, of course. That's what I know. I know you probably had heard this one before, Kermit. That I had the 32-inch tube TV in my pickup truck, and I had a bag with like multiple routers because my dad was like into computers a whole bunch. So he had just like a bunch of extra routers that like at work or whatever they'd be like replacing their system or whatever, their network or whatever, and just throw all this stuff in the garbage. My dad would just like take it all these routers and just like all these monitors and stuff, and so I had like a bag with just like multiple routers, all these cables and stuff, so I pretty much had a full 4 TV system link hookup in my truck at all times, just without all the TVs. You know, I only had one TV. Ooh. This looks like where Phil loses a lot of experience. These guys are so tough. Of course, he's got to be cursed too. Ya bum. Ya bum. Galback says, I feel like every cafe has internet. Oh, well, yeah, Galback. No, internet cafes were different back in the day.
Salutation.
An internet cafe, you like walk in and there's computers like I have down here, but they're everywhere. Computers and monitors and stuff. And you go in and pay like $5 an hour or whatever it is. And you can sit down on the computer, keyboard, mouse, and go on the internet. You know what I mean? Because it was for people who didn't like have computers and didn't have their own internet and stuff, kind of. Which back then a lot of people didn't.
What do you need?
And plus, like they were saying, like the computers were all hooked up to the same network, so you could like LAN, aka you could play with people in the same games and stuff. You know, it's not like how like Tim Hortons has Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? There's like you go in, there's like 100 computers in here. You know, so. Noah says he heard the 80s was a great time. Yeah, back when I was born. Yeah. That was 20 years before you were born, Noah, so. Maybe I missed something up here. About 9 people in a row said, Phil, he's talking about a LAN party, and I don't remember what I was talking about that I was misunderstood, so. Oh, is Kermit's comment about picking up people's computers and going to someone else's house? Well, no, I know he's talking about a LAN party. That's why I got into the story about how we would system link Xbox, because that was like a LAN party for Halo. But maybe I didn't fully explain it properly, so maybe I missed some wording in there that was incorrect or whatever. You know what? It's incorrect though. We have 86 likes on YouTube, and there's 150 people in here. Like, what are you doing with your lives, alright? Hit that like button. If you don't hit that like button, you're a schmucky bum. You're a bum, and you're a schmuck. It is known. Oh, Archon staff. Not good enough. Gold magic finding. Yo! 75, like 75. Appreciate you. Zero Cool got in that too. Appreciate you. Trash. Hello, ladies. I'm Phil, and I got a 32-inch CRT in my truck. That's not how I would lead that, actually. I mean, what's not cooler about that, am I right?
Thanks.
It was also one of those CRT TVs that had the built-in VCR on the bottom of it, so it weighed like 7 trillion pounds. But what it did, it had handles on the side, you know, to help pick it up. So there was that. I mean, come on, Trash. I did just fine. I was, oh wait, I almost spoiled it. I almost spoiled my question from the last Drop Alley video, which I will answer on the next Drop Alley video, which is going to take a while, because I was going to do it when I get to 99 on this character. I need to get some good terror zone so I can bump this thing up a little bit. I gotta call you guys out, Jordan. If you don't hit the like button, come on. Zephanex said some card shops and stuff and comic book stores, he says, used to set up computers for some of the first, like, communal gaming spaces. Interesting. Yeah, there was hard... By the time I was, like, getting old enough to be able to, like, leave the house by myself, most card shops and stuff had, like, started to go away, and comic book shops going out. Smulp says, Surprised I haven't found a good obsession base yet. Kind of, yeah. Another one. I don't know. It is still pretty uncommon to find, but that could be one that I miss a lot, to be honest. Like, I probably just don't see them. Because my eyes are, like, so trained while I'm reading chat to, like, look for unique items. So, it's very possible I just miss a ton, so. Oh!
Gold Magic Find donated 50 pesos through Super Chat. Fool's Ogre Mall of Evisceration?
Thank you so much for the 50 pesos. You legend. I don't think you can find that. I think Fool's Mod and the Cruel is the same role or whatever. But yeah. Because the ones Fool's is max damage and attack rating, and Cruel is max damage, so. Pretty sure. Buried up here a minute ago. Sorry, I'm getting behind. I'm trying to read and like answer and talk and stuff, but just occasionally I get behind here. D2R or Classic? I mean, I like D2R better if that's what you're asking, if that was directed towards me. Recoil up here said his PC weighed like 40 pounds. Yeah. Well, plus you got so many pieces, you know. You got the keyboard and mouse, you got the monitor, you got the tower. You got to take so much stuff, right? Yeah, Zero Cool said those old TVs were super heavy, like 100 pounds. It probably was something. I remember trying to go through someone's house door, and like trying to carry it out. You'd be like, and I couldn't get it through the door by myself. I had to have someone help me because we had to go sideways, and it was so huge, crazy. Crash worked for a stereo shop in his 20s. Used to throw 32-inch TVs around like they were nothing because he's so jacked. Oh, yeah. The regular. I don't know about the regular ones. I only remember specifically because the only one I moved around was this 32-inch TV with the built-in VCR on the bottom, and I think that built-in VCR added like 40 pounds to the TV. I'm almost certain of it. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. Trash just got one of those texts asking if his house was for sale. It's quite the good reflection, to be honest, in the water. Yeah, I get the text once in a while, but it's the calls is what annoys me the most, I'm gonna be honest. Recoil said his PCs were extra heavy because we all had 2 GPUs. I'm gonna be honest, back when I was a kid, I didn't even know what that stuff was. I was more like, hey dad, write me a list of like the minimum requirements, and could our computer run this stuff? Pretty much. You know what game I want to try? I looked it up and I think it would be a disaster to try to play, but they probably have emulators for everything nowadays. Was it King's Quest 7? So King's Quest was always a super old game that was like super bad graphics, if anyone doesn't know. From like way back in the day. Whoop. But it was nasty though. Let's look at... So it started off... like you would walk, this is you, and you would like tell yourself to walk down, and you'd walk over here and be like, pick up X, and you'd have to type it into the chat or whatever, into the thing. And then it got a little bit better, where the graphics were like a little bit better like this, but you'd still walk around the same way. It's almost like cartoony graphics. But then King's Quest 7, these are nasty ones. I think I'm dying in the background too here, but it'll be alright. I'm looking for the one that's better graphics. This one was... I remember playing this one, where you started off shipwrecked, and boy, that was a sick one right there. Where's King's Quest 7? This one looks pretty crazy. I don't know this one. It was like the first 3D one, his whole 3D world. It like blew my mind. Is it this? This has got to be it. Oh yeah, this is it. I remember fighting these guys. Why does it look so bad? Yep, this is it. And I remember the whole sky was always black. Like in certain places, fighting skeletons and stuff. It was so nasty. Mask of Eternity. Ooh. So nasty. Trash's AI says a 32-inch Sony was 150 pounds. Nice. And remember, always trust ChatGPT. Buying a voodoo card. Yeah, I feel like maybe you mentioned that on stream before. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that kind of stuff. I feel like I found out how much computer stuff costs, and I was like, eh, and then I started playing console games. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. When my dad explained to me, like, hey, you need like for these games you want to play, like, I would have to buy like a $3,000 computer. And I was like, what? Like, I can buy an Xbox for like $300. Okay, well, guess I'm playing all these games on Xbox from now on out. Dirty Bird, welcome in up there. Sorry I'm getting a little behind. Sorry I didn't see you faster. Jofu said he had King's Quest Mask of Eternity as one of his first games. That was one, that was another one I played a little bit with my dad. Was not King's Quest, the Mask of Eternity, but it was, I think it was King's Quest 6 for some reason. I played with him a little bit, and I played, like, kind of on my own, too. And then, I think Mask of Eternity was, like, the next one, or maybe, I don't know. But then I went to the store, and they had the full King's Quest collection. It was, like, 3 or 4 CDs, and it had all of the old games on it. Even the ones you used to have to, like, fire up in DOS and stuff. And yeah. So I kind of messed around with those. They were super hard, though. They were super hard. Trash. It's almost, actually, I don't think I listened to Silverstein when I had that, I didn't listen to Silverstein until after I graduated high school. So like, 05. I did listen to, I remember, because one of the last Halo parties that I went to, that I can remember, of people in my grade anyways, I went to the guy's house for the Halo party, and he burned me a copy of I think it was the used album. So I was listening to the same style, well, music-ish, you know. Similar style, so. Kermis's goal back then, 100 FPS. The goal back then was 27 FPS, right? Good old D2. Ooh. Silverstein thumbs down. Get out of here, Shoddy. Get out of here. What was call that around there? Shoddy up a minute ago said his first game was D2. Huh. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely not for me, but oh, here's where I pull up. We got a few minutes. This Terror Zone sucks, so we don't even care too much about it. Boy, I need to get this Mask of Eternity game. So bad. Maybe I should see if my mom still got those old CDs, if I could get them from her. She probably still has them up in the attic. They're probably in the attic of the garage. They're all melted and stuff. Oh, but I was going to look up. You guys know it. You guys love it. How do you spell this? Miraph's World. Ooh, yeah. This was the GOAT game right here. Look at this. This was like the startup screen right here. The monsters would pop up like boop, 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 like closer and closer to the screen as it was like loading. And then it kind of looked like this, you know? And then when you went down levels, it changed like the colors. Let's try to get a bigger picture, maybe it'll look a little better. When you'd walk up, you'd walk this way, and there's probably a picture of it. Actually, it looked like this all the time, really. This color right here, just like this. So you'd hit the F key to fight. Like you'd walk up face to face to a monster, hit fight. These different colors, right? But oh, they're behind the papers a little bit. Those were different stores. This was like the town level. You'd go up into the stores. You go down levels. Like right here, you'd go to fight a monster. You'd walk up and you'd hit the F key. And I think you had to hit down or right. You'd pick which one you wanted to fight. So it's just so nasty. Just so nasty. I love this game. This was what the above ground looked like. Pretty much. So this was outside the dungeon. And this is your little arrow was where you were at. I almost never went outside the dungeon, I'm going to be honest. I just stayed in the same one all the time. Because I like didn't know what I was doing. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, these are all the Miraph's games too. Oh, you can't really see it that good, but they had like a Mahjong. You guys remember that? And all these different games. Oh my gosh. So nasty. Yeah. Miraph's Maximum Mahjong. Ooh. Boy, this is... I love this. You'd fight a puffball. These ones would just destroy you. These are like when you got further down in the dungeon. I never seen this. What is going on here? Oh my gosh. That must have been an update. Yeah, I never seen this stuff. My God. I'm scared. Anyways. Kermit, what do you say? Ask Marty. He could send it to you. What do you? I'm not sure what you're talking about with that. What are you gonna send to me? The King's Quest game? Be huge.
At your service.
I feel like I tried to play it one time and it wouldn't work on modern computers or something, but Recoil says Aunt took him to Best Buy. Pick out anything you want. Oh my gosh, back in the day that'd be crazy. You ever play Rooms of Doom? Rooms of Doom. No, I've never personally I've never heard of that, no. Recoil says NES Super Mario, Super NES. Yeah, I did have a, for console, I did have a regular Nintendo Entertainment System, like True Goats, but we had a, I think it was a Commodore. Like Pitfall and stuff like that. Got you, Kermit. Got you. Yeah, or he would know how to get it, right? That's probably... Yeah, I feel like it needed some sort of like emulator or something to be able to work on modern PCs, and I wasn't... When I found that out, I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll just not look into that anymore. I can't remember though. It was a while back, like before I started my YouTube channel. DOS box for the win, yeah, maybe. I think that's like a DOS emulator you're saying, right? I think. Disco will let you play, well, yeah. I mean, I sort of get you. I know there's things out there, but I don't know anything about that stuff, you know, like... You know, it'd be like, you know, like my old job where I ran the CNC laser cutter, and it'd be like, oh man, I just need this new part from, or I just need to find out like how to get this part for this whole thing. Like, oh man, just go on the laser and, you know, you just pull out some 1/4-inch steel and cut it with, you know, that one you probably cut with nitrogen at, you know, this FPS, this much power, you know, blah blah blah. It's like, well, none of that means anything, you know, if you just can't do it, you know. You want to crochet that blanket, all you got to do is get a nasty underhook double loop, man. That's all you got to do. That was like my shingles. My my wife told me she talked to her because her father or my father-in-law, her dad, house-wise can just do like anything. And when she told him about we're having someone redo our shingles, and he's like, why doesn't he just do it himself? And I'm like, I wasn't talking to him, but jeez. I'm like, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? It took me a week to put down like the snap together stuff in the flooring in the kitchen. Like, are you kidding me? Crazy. Printer here tonight? Oh yeah, Dirty Bird. Printer Friday. What do you think this is? What do you think that is? Oh. Rico says wishes you could play Super Mario on an emulator on the phone, but doesn't hold up. I feel like maybe it wasn't Super Mario. I did find a few games. I remember playing them back in the day, and it was super hard to play because the buttons and the joysticks were literally like buttons on the screen over where you were playing. I thought Super Mario, like Mario 64 was like one of them. But I guess not Super Mario. I don't know. Christopher, link at the top of the description, but in general, any channel support 10 or more. Gifted memberships, supers, Streamlabs donations, anything like that. Doesn't matter what. Ray said he played King's Quest straight from the beginning, loved him. The first one came out when you were 17. Young guy over here, young buck. Yeah, that was a minute ago. You were 17 when it came out? I feel like the first King's Quest came out in like 87. I don't know for sure though. Brady says keep slaying. Oh, yeah. See, Blizzard Corey W. Blizzard Sorceress, is it better to run Terror Zones on P1 or P7 to increase drops? It's very dependent on how good your character is, essentially. I mean, I would say if you're questioning whether it's worth it to go up to player 7, just go up to players 3 if you can. And players 3 is actually pretty dang good. Like, the difference between P1 to P3 is the drops, like... I can't remember the numbers offhand anymore. I feel like the drop chance, like, doubles from P1 to P3. And then from players 3 all the way up to 7, it doesn't even, like, double again. But the monster's life goes up, like, 400% or something, or whatever it is. I feel like I'm not quite wording it right, but... pretty much, if you go all the way up to 7, they get way stronger. But from 1 to 3, they get a stronger, but not as insanely amount relative to the no drop chance change. So. Ray says it was 83, he thinks. Let's see what it is. When did the first King's Quest game come out? What does AI say? 1984. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the pictures of it. It's crazy. I gotta... next time I go to my mom's, I gotta see if I can find that stuff. Brady says Dino Park? I didn't know that one, but obviously everyone's heard of Oregon Trail before. But yeah. I know Oregon Trail now, you can just play it like on the internet. If you go on like Google and just type in the Oregon Trail, it'll pop up with a website that's just like, you just play it on the internet. Like you don't have to download anything or nothing. Me and my daughter used to play that actually. Freddy Fish. I don't know about that one. There was one we had in school that was called Odell Lake that we used to play, but Bulbasaur, what's going on? You say what's good? Everything's good. We're streaming. We're playing D2. Drinking a beer. Printing. What wouldn't be great in life, huh? Lord Rico, are you saying like you could play the Final Fantasies like on your phone? Is that what you're saying? I feel like people who are really smart into stuff, they can always figure out how to play all that stuff on anything, on phones and stuff. Bill's not smart enough to do things like that though. Not at all. Took me 2 years to get a stream to work, right? So Tigers are up. Let's go. Yeah, from what I hear, the Tigers are supposed to for sure make the playoffs essentially. Because the team, they're playing against the Guardians, I think, in a 3-game series from what I heard. And wait, I don't know who they're playing. It's not the Guardians. I forget. But whoever they're playing only needs to win 1 game and then their playoff fate is like locked in. So, and the Tigers need to win 1 game to lock themselves into the playoffs. So the other team's probably going to bench all their starters if they win a game, so we pretty much can't. Yeah, the Sox, I guess. That's what they're talking about on 97 won the ticket anyways. I trust them. SNES emulator on the phone. Gotcha. Yeah, this is all terrorized. I probably should be taking the monsters out on the way too, huh? But, like when I come across them at bare minimum. Like Storm Mall. Easy Andy at 9. Is that online? There's Terrorized Andy at 9? Yeah, online. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably skip that. Yeah, recall, say you don't want to have to connect the controller to your phone. Yeah, I think, oh, that's why I always hit all the poppables. Because you get stuff like this Stone of Jordan. Oh, but I always say how I never hit poppables. And then the one, like, every once in a while when I do, it's like always something comes out of there. Yeah, I can't even remember what game it was. I don't remember why. I've had a couple of jobs in my life where I was literally paid to just sit around and do nothing. So I can't remember what games I was even trying to play on my phone, or that I was playing actually. I feel like it was maybe Super Mario or Mario 64 that had the joysticks on the screen or whatever stuff. Almost perfect. Dark Rubicant. Only Burry ever got was from a poppable. Lucky you, lucky you. Burr I've never gotten from a poppable. I did get a low one time. That's kind of the one claim to fame. Not really the word I'm looking for, but the one thing I found that was from a poppable. It was actually on a playthrough too. In Project Diablo 2 though, so I don't know if that even counts because it has increased drop odds in Project Diablo 2, and they're even higher now, so. Dullard's doing some emulation right now. Animal Crossing, New Leaf on... I don't know what any of that is, but... so you're like trying to program something right now or something, I think? Interesting. Hopefully you get that figured out. Me, what's going on? Yes. So I decided a while back that I didn't want to limit myself to not counting items I found online. So if I do find Tyrell's Might online, I will count it. Because what ended up happening is there was a few seasons where I would play online, and then I would be like nervous. Like I'd be like, I don't want to play online anymore because, like, I'll go play offline single player by myself because if I find Tyrell's Might online, it won't count. And then I was like, what the heck? Why am I doing this? Like, it's not like I win some giant prize or something if I complete it. Like, this is just something I'm doing for fun, for my own entertainment, for enjoyment. And I literally want to play online more with people, like with you guys. So I was like, whatever, I'm going to count it so that way I'm not like feeling pressured to like not play online and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was literally like 3 seasons I like played for like maybe a week or not even sometimes. And I was like, all right, back to single player. And, you know, I almost like didn't want to, but I was so scared that I would find Tyrell's Might online that, you know, I didn't want to risk it. That's pretty much. I would just like farm the Countess, you know, and get up value that way and trade it because I didn't want to farm it. I didn't want to go to an 85 area and have Tyrell's Might drop and ruin my grail, you know. Time for dinner, Rico. Peace out. So much stuff. Ooh, 175. Just interesting. You can always farm Trav. I could, couldn't I? They could not drop Tyrell's Might. That is true. I hate Trav though. I hates it. Retro Nerd Life said, here I am, just still trying to see that Shaco drop. That's all good. I mean, all you got to do is play every day for 5 straight years and you could be where I am. Actually, a vast majority of people would have found Tyrell's Might already, that's for sure. But I just got to get more gooder. Get more extra bigly gooder. Rico says he's seen someone on Reddit say they find a high rune from Trav every 300 runs. Yeah, I mean, I've heard all kinds of... I've heard people... Obviously, I hear all kinds of stuff, but... They farm Trav for a couple of hours a day, and they find 2 or 3 high runes every day. You know, I hear it from all the time from people. Like, 2 or 3 every day? Okay. Like, are you farming for 15 straight hours or something? Like, and even at that, like, are you sure? Your mom said it took you 20 years to find Mang's and Tyrrell's. I've found Mang Song's lesson. I've probably found
How may I help you?
probably 15 of them. So, yeah. Right, Christopher? Yeah. Wait, some completely anonymous person on the internet lied? No way! Inconceivable! Inconceivable. Yeah, good shout out, Biv. We do have anyone who doesn't know Ladder Reset on the 3rd of October. If you want to try to set up a team or anything like that, I do have a channel to kind of like people to post into looking for teams, or if they have a team, if they have an opening on a team. And then for Ladder Reset, I think it's huge to be able to actually communicate, to talk to each other in person. So whether you find you know, some buddies of yours in real life, or you know, IRL they call it, the kids call it, or through my Discord or wherever you find people, I have literally open chats for people that they can use in my Discord so your team can communicate. If you want to go ahead and use those for the well, anytime really, but specifically they get used quite a little bit for the ladder resets for team communication. Small says, I'm out here looking for an L rune. You're looking for 1/6 of a Breath of the Dying, you're saying? You got everything except the L rune for Breath of the Dying? The one thing you can't find? Trash said Mangs is one of his last 2 Grail items. Yeah, it has not been too rare for me, to be honest here. And I mean, I know you've heard the story before, Trash, or you probably were here when I found him, but that I found Mangsong's lesson on back-to-back pit runs, not terrorized or anything either, just back-to-back pit runs. And then about a half hour later, I found another one. So three Mangsong's lessons in about a half hour one time. Saving your Zod for the inevitable Ethereal Griffins. Nice. You could never actually do that. You can't do that. Where are we at here? Zodding a Griffins, bruh. There's some maniac out there that's probably done it. Probably. Somebody online, because Zods are like not, you know, are relatively inexpensive, I should say. Yeah, this Terror Zone's way better than that other one, for sure. I guess that's not surprising. Wait, you're telling me Terrorized Icy Cellar is not good? Get out of here.
I need a key.
Sheldon says first war travs were ethereal. Well, those are a lot harder to Zod for sure.
It is an honor to serve you.
Yeah, it happens. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know of. I don't think there's really been an item that I like really needed, and the first one I found was ethereal. The craziest thing, and it wasn't bad actually. It's good. The very first ever lacerator I ever found was ethereal, I remember. Because I didn't really know, you know, it was back in the LOD days, so throw barb wasn't really much of a thing. But if it was, you needed a lacerator that would replenish quantity. But back in the LOD days, I don't remember it ever being a thing, really. But yeah, first one I ever found was ethereal lacerator. Oh boy, I'm just blasting these hammers into this cactus over here. Job Phil. Besta zombie. I don't know why, but I've heard that somewhere. Yeah, I have seen that somewhere for some reason. Hazen saying, ethereal arachnus mesh you found. Yeah, that's one you definitely don't want to find ethereal. Shaco, arachnus mesh. Grillo, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, long time. Don't make it so long next time. But no, I have not found the Tyrell's Might yet. Still hunting. Hey, how would I possibly have found Tyrell's Might already? It's only been 2 years that it's been the last item on my grail. Like, you would expect that I would find it already? Just insanity. I'll find it one of these years, though. One of these years. Cactus immune to magic. Ooh, good call, Biv. Good call. Oop. Whoopsie. Dream gone. Hazen. Jeez, playing games with me, huh? Yeah, still shows it all good. You scared me. Whew. I thought, because I honestly, I think I shouldn't have an issue ever again, really. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I think the latest of issues, I think I have fixed. I should say. Gosh, make my heart sink. Your mums. What? I'm sorry. What did you say that you had found? You just said I got mine, and I don't remember what I was saying at that exact moment when you typed that. Good old mesh boots off the rack. I mean, not that great. Could roll. It's got, yeah, the res are kind of low too, I think. Can't remember. But Natalia's boots are good. Are a good option early on, I guess. Oh, T-Rails. Gotcha. Regular Hell Chaos. Yeah, definitely a spot you can get her. Oh, show. Boy, I would love a Tyrell's Might about now. Love. And Eman Rune. Yeah, give that stream a refresh there, Kazin, for sure. For sure. Yeah. These beers are feeling great right now, I'm gonna be honest. Great. Oh yeah, Kazan, I got the multi-stream working. I got, you know, my stream was crashing before. I'm pretty sure that I made some very significant changes. I'm actually using different streaming software now, so I think it should not happen anymore. Could be wrong. I'm hoping though. Just watched the Fury Druid build guide. Loving the vid. Appreciate you. Hooligan City. Thanks for watching the video and welcome in, by the way. I'm gonna be honest. Someone asked me earlier what I was thinking about doing this season. I did contemplate Fury Druid. The only thing is, I feel like when you're like a streamer, people like, they expect you to have a certain level of like finding good stuff, you know what I mean? Or like kill speed. And like early on Fury Druid, I mean, it's not bad. You can be good, but like, I don't know. You just get asked a lot of questions when you don't have like really good gear really fast sometimes, so I guess I shouldn't worry about that. I should just enjoy myself, right? They owe you for having to change your internet service provider? Yeah, well, part of that too was actually my internet. See, the thing is when I changed internet service provider, that issue at that time was the internet service provider's fault. I needed a new router is what it was. All of the router was so old. Probably when I got it, it was probably refurbished and stuff too. All of the ports on the back had gone bad. I literally, like, sometimes back in the day, I don't know if you probably wouldn't remember it or whatever, but my stream used to crash, and then I would swap it to the next router port, and then like a year would go by and my stream would start crashing again, and I'd swap it to the next one, and they were all, eventually they were all busted, and they wouldn't give me a new router. They just wouldn't. I couldn't, I guess I'm just an idiot. Apparently when you, for an internet service provider, you have to call them, and you have to go to their cancel department. It's the only way you can talk to a human. It's the only way. You can't go to the website and go through customer service that way, or send an email, or nothing. You have to call and you have to say you're going to cancel, and it's the only way you can talk to a person. So, yeah. I canceled the one service, got the other one. The other one wouldn't work either. Dealt with them for a couple weeks, which you remember, I'm sure. And then canceled them and went back to the other one that has great internet, but then they gave me a new router. So I canceled them and then re-signed up for the same internet to get a different router, pretty much. So, yeah. Retro Nerd Life saying, Archon best bet for a fortitude if you're splitting it between your merc and your character. I mean, I guess so. It's one of those ones I've never really min-maxed the base. You know what I mean? Personally. I guess probably Archon. Because online I would make one that would be... Like over here I'm using this Chains of Honor. I made it in a non-ethereal base. So that I could swap it around if I wanted to. Without making multiple of them, but... Feel too hot for his router? I don't know about that. Not sure what you mean by that. But probably true, though. Christopher says enjoys watching weird builds. Like build guides, you mean, Christopher? Or like weird builds, like you like seeing people start their season with a weird build or something? Oh, I should start this season as a Corpse Explosion Summon Druid. Haha. My patented build. I can't prove it, but I think I invented it. Of course, now that I say that, someone's gonna be like, no, I've seen some other guy do it, so. But, I'd have to look at when I put that video out. To see if I legitimately invented it. Watched before I stopped playing in 2022, says Dream Shot. Back to solo self on loving seeing how you blew up from back then. Blew up. Yeah, I'm trying to think because after D2R came out, when I started getting way more. So, but yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for watching back then, and thanks for hopping back and catching me again, man. Appreciate you. Dream Shot. Yeah, I don't remember how long ago it was when I officially went like full time or whatever, but Phil's going Mosaic this season. I might, maybe. What if you played your least played character for ladder? That Corpse Explosion Summon Druid might be it, because I think, honestly, I'm not sure if I started a D2R ladder with a Druid yet. I might have done a Fire Druid one time. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's either Assassin or Druid. They're like my two least played. They're kind of my least favorite characters, to be honest. Turn my fan off real quick. But yeah. Speaking of things that we weren't talking about, but I just looked at and caught my attention. Silver, huh? I don't know if anybody around here invests in any precious metals, but silver touched $47 an ounce today. My God. Just crazy. See Christopher up here a minute ago, I think, talking about my internet service provider, that they wouldn't talk to me unless I was canceling. They just put you some AI chat bot if you don't. Just that's how it works, unfortunately, yeah. They let the customer walk unless it's in the cancellation department. Yeah, pretty much. So lame sauce, but what you gonna do, huh? Wind Druid, eh? Maybe I did start a season with a Wind Druid. I can't remember. That's gotta be dodgeball, right? Tell you back to your gym. Gotta be dodgeball, I think. Got him. Christopher up a minute ago says, I enjoy stuff that isn't meta builds. See a lot of Hamberdins and Sorks everywhere. Yeah, this is true. It is just easier to be a sorceress, though. Just having teleport from day one. It's next week, Phil. Yeah, I know. I got a whole week to figure it out. Am I right? Whole week. Christopher saying Summon Druid to start the season is where it's at. Yeah, the only thing is, it's like consistent, but like slow, you know? And of course, being in my position, like really slow gameplay is like not the best viewing experience as well, or on the playthrough. Like sometimes like being a sorceress, then at least I know we have like a semi-competent teleporter, aka me. There was one season, I can't remember what character I was gonna play, literally, because I always do. I don't want to like min-max the team necessarily, or tell people like, hey, you can't play the character you want to play, you have to play the one that I say, because we need a battle orders barbarian, so you have to play this, and you're only a support character and you're not attacking anything. You know, I don't want to be that guy. So I just say everybody play whatever build you want, whatever character you want, whatever. And there was one season where we hopped into the game, and I didn't even really ask people. We hopped in, and there was no sorceresses. None. Not one sorceress. And I was like, really? Like, we're not even gonna have teleport or static or anything? Like, come on. All right. I'll be a sorceress again, because we have to have a sorceress. Oops. $600 ounces. Holy smokes. Trash is a rich, rich man. Where do you live again? What's your exact address and area code, please? Just wondering, just curious. No big deal.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I know. I don't have nothing like that. I didn't start looking into any of that kind of stuff or really thinking about it until well, a particular event happened, and then around the beginning of this year, the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I seen the way our country was going, and I went, well, you know what? Maybe I want to maybe get some of this safe haven metals here. But yeah. Maybe the way things look like they're going, maybe I should go ahead and do this, but CGP. Late night from Germany. Love the content. Appreciate you. Very kind. Will you ever play the corpse explosion druid this season? I was just talking. You had to have heard me just talking about that, right? I think, are you joking or you just happened to hop in here? I was thinking about it, actually. I was thinking about it. Just to see some guy out there with his summons and just being like, just having the, you know, it's so funny the way the druid casts with the staff too, because it's like, ooh, like casting like this, like two-handed. It's so funny. So hot. Krister says, I don't know about that. I mean, fire is technically warm, so I guess in the literal sense you're correct, Christopher, but oh man, maybe I will. As long as we have somebody to teleport for us that can map read slightly, because I'm not even an expert map reader necessarily, but somebody who can teleport and chug potions, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. Biv says you'd be amazed how many people will ask, when is ladder? For the first 10 days after ladder resets, right? Oh yeah, I was yeah, Trash, I was just about to do the math, but yeah. Super quick here. Whoop. Let me plug my phone in. I forgot to plug my phone in this whole time. We get a little charge on her. So we got about what do we got? 18 minutes left of Printer Friday. So last little bit, if anyone wants to get a message up on the board, any channel support, any support in the stream or anything of $10 or more, you get a print up on the board if you want. You know, the Lions are the best, or Lions are great, or Jared Goff MVP, anything like that.
I can't carry anymore.
Serial Godly, look at all that defense. Cowboys stink, whatever you want up there, you know. Green Bay Packers are chum. They're scummy bags, whatever, you know. Scummy bags? I don't even know what that means, but 600 ounces of gold would be nice. Yeah. Considering it's at like, I think it's, I just looked 37.50. Jeez. Craziness. Whoops. Put the cube in the cube. Did not mean to do that. Struggling over here. Yeah, there is an option to pay extra to take down a super print as well. You can get a print and take one down at the same time for the double the price. That's kind of reserved for people, you know, that's when people like trash talk a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, souls, yeah. Build that I think I invented anyways. I take credit for it, regardless of if it's true or not. But I've never seen it, you know, whatever. Spirit Keeper is actually a pretty rare one. I just kind of glossed over it, but Spirit Keeper is actually a pretty rare drop. I was too busy thinking about Super Prince. A couple years ago, gold was like 1,400. Yeah, it was. I obviously don't have a lot of money, but I did get a teeny tiny bit around just before the beginning of the year this year, so tiny baby amount. Oh, trash! Thank you for the generosity. Got all that silver money.
TRA5H donated 10 Canadian
Got your treasure chest money.
Lions rule.
Thank you so much, you Slayer. What a Giga Chad. Thank you so much. Trash. Oh, yeah. I'll get that print for you going right now. Woo! This is my Celebrate Super Prince page if anyone is seeing if anyone is unaware. Love it. Also, I do love the print as well, of course. Of course. The Lions, who absolutely smoked the Baltimore Ravens the other day. Going till midnight. Marty, yo, what's going on? Go till midnight. Who can stay up till midnight nowadays? What do you think we are? Teenagers? We're closer to AARP than we are to teenagers nowadays. We eat supper at 4 p.m. and we go to bed at... This is already too late for me. What is silver used for? Gold is used in electronic conductivity. It does a little bit, but gold isn't even used as much anymore. Really, gold's been going up because all the countries around the world are like de-dollaring from the American dollar, and they're like shifting into gold because, well, obvious reasons, I guess. But silver is used a lot in electric vehicle batteries, from what I understand, which I think was it electric vehicle batteries and solar panels, I think. But it's used in electronics as well. Beyond that, I'm not an exact literal expert on it, but yeah, those things. I know gold's a good conductor. I got an old laptop back here. I'm not gonna pull it out today, not enough time really. But it's got an old, a laptop from like 1985 or something, you know. And the battery is like, it's like 8 inches by like 6 inches by like 4 inches thick, and it's got these, I would say they're about a 3/4 of an inch square connections on it that are gold. And at the gold prices nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if there was, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a full gram of gold on that battery. I'm not even kidding. There's probably like $130 worth of gold on that battery. Increase in werewolves? Yeah, they need to make more silver bullets to take care of werewolves. That's what's going down. Yeah, souls, exactly. I invented that corpse explosion druid. Anyone says something else? The lion. Yeah, Marty, I probably could make it to midnight, but I mean, who's got time for that? Go upstairs, hang out with the wife for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Good day.
Elder millennials, says Marty. Yeah. I mean, the way everything's going, I mean, elder millennials nowadays, we're pretty much boomers, so. Ravens Chiefs play each other this week. Yeah, I know, right? I was surprised the Lions. I mean, I like the Lions, of course, and stuff. I was surprised the Lions looked so good against the Ravens. Like, they did a great job against Lamar Jackson, which, you know, his running, really. They sacked him like 7 times, I think it was, and yeah. I was just surprised, but yeah, we'll see how the game goes. That should be it'll obviously be a very interesting game to see, for sure. Persona 5. Christopher, I don't know what that means. Persona 5. I don't know what that is. Never heard of her. Hazen said got a nice little Vex in the Stony Tombs. Nice. Man, I wish I could get a high rune. I just get souls and ams and stuff. Ammons.
I am overburdened.
JRPG. What does that even mean? Joe, I also now I don't know what a JRPG is. A jumping role-playing game? I don't know what that is. Japanese role-playing game? Oh yeah, no, I didn't know what JRPG was. I barely know American games. What year is it? Gotcha, though. One of those ones where you think something was the other day and it was actually 10 years ago. Yeah, that is starting to happen. That is starting to happen. That's the beginning of when time just starts to fly by. Then all of a sudden it's like 5 years go by and all of a sudden you're like 68 and you're like, what just happened? Why am I just about to die here? What do you feel trolling? You think I know what a Japanese role-playing game is? Come on. Well, I mean, I know what those words mean, but JRPG, I just didn't know what it meant. Not trolling. No cap. No cap, fam. On God.
I can't carry anymore.
The lingo and ting. Nice. Crash is thinking of modding his PS1, adding an HDMI. Interesting. Interesting. The Final Fantasy is considered a JRPG.
Hello.
New news to me. New news to me. I mean, I know it's from there or whatever, but I didn't, I don't know. When you say a Japanese RPG, I'm thinking of people like speaking Japanese and stuff. I don't know. Trash said you downloaded 1,300 PS1 games yesterday. Interesting. Enjoy, I suppose. Yeah, see, I was thinking of the right thing. Trying to kill myself, no big deal. Yeah, Joe, no, that's probably for the best, yeah. Probably for the best. Retro says any game that's a traditional turn-based is a JRPG. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of like that more, to be honest. Like back in the day, how the Final Fantasies were turn-based.
I am overburdened.
Kind of like that. I always hated feeling like you were trying to like go through the menus as fast as you could. Or something, and then you would try to do something a little off base or whatever. Not off base, but something out of the ordinary, using an item to like that would deal damage or like apply shadow or something, or sadness or something, because then your next setup would like deal like 4x damage to monsters that are like silenced or something. But then you go into the menu and waste all this time looking for it, and you realize that you don't have one. You used it like all of them or something, and then I always hated that. I like the one that's turn-based. You go look and see if you had like the item you wanted to use in this one particular boss fight that you needed to do this or that or something, and then
I can't carry any.
oh wait, I don't have it. Oh well. Well, the thing's like paused because, you know, so. How do I feel like Michigan's Bryce Underwood? I'm gonna be honest, I have not watched a single Michigan game yet. Because I always watch football on Sunday, so like I can't just not do anything on Sunday and Saturday, you know, so. Yeah, I honestly haven't even watched, to be straight up. Man, past my bedtime around this joint. Sorry, Joe, I don't control it. Deadly says, Deadly Newfie, 7 and 10 were so good. Very controversial topic. I always get called out in the comments about how much of an L take this is. I hated Final Fantasy X. I hated it. I think it was so bad. It was just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. The whole game. I will admit, I never finished it. I played it for like several hours, and it was just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, can I run around anywhere? Can I do anything? Like, it's just a cutscene after another cutscene, like, ugh. So, yeah. My favorite were the PS1 games, the 7, 8, and 9. Definitely. But yeah, looking at the time here, I'm going to go ahead and call her a day on the stream. Appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you anybody who support the channel and also got in their super prints. Ooh. Y'all are the true legends. Thank you so freaking much. Ooh. But anyways, appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful night. Ladder's coming up on the 3rd, so start thinking about what you're going to play. Peace out and keep slaying. Ooh.